Hello again. So hopefully you just watched the example one video. Um, Now I'm going to also go through example two and example three. I'm going to do that right now. If you feel really confident and you feel like you understand how to represent these on the graph, you can go ahead and skip this video. And you can go on to our last video that's posted and take a look at some practice problems that are further on in our book. But I would encourage you to listen to this. It's going to be great information. It's going to continue to help you be successful in how we can represent situations with inequalities and then also represent those situations with a number line and graph our inequality. So, example two, we are on page 219 at this point in time. We were just on 218, now we're on 219, so we're going to quickly go through example 2 and through example 3. So in this case, we are at a restaurant that's a part of a museum, and it's giving you a situation. And it says that the barbecue beef dinner entree is the most expensive menu item. Some of the costs of the entrees are shown at the right. What are the possible costs of the menu items? It says to write and graph an inequality. The possible costs of the menu items M are less than or equal to 12.25. Now I know that they are less than or equal to 12.25 because the barbecue beef, that's right here, the barbecue beef dinner entree is the most expensive menu item, which means I can't have anything on my menu that's higher than that. So every price has to either be the same as $12.25 or it has to be less than $12.25. And based on example one, this should make a lot of sense. I see my symbol here, and I'm actually going to use the magnifying because I really want you to focus and see how my text is highlighted there? That is a less than or equal to symbol. Anytime I'm dealing with something that has an equal to portion to the inequality, I need to use a closed circle because that closed circle represents that the number is included as one of the possible solutions. So if I come back over here, I see I have a closed circle and then my line is going to the left because I want to pick things that are less than $12.25. Now, I want to also key you in on a little secret, and we've talked about this once before in class. If you notice the symbol less than or equal to, and you look at the way the line is going, hopefully you recognize that if I extended my symbol and turned it into an arrow, it would look just like the line that I've graphed. That is true for any inequality that you're going to graph. And it's a really helpful way to double check your work. If you have a less than symbol or a less than or equal to symbol, your arrow is going to go to the left. If you have a greater than symbol or greater than or equal to symbol, your arrow on your line is going to go to the right. Hopefully that is helpful. Excuse Mrs. Quinn. She's plugging the baby monitor and there's important things happening right now. But I hope that was really helpful. Now I am going to quickly erase this, giving you a chance to think if you have any other questions right now. Um, and I want you guys just to take a look at the try it. It says there are menu items on the children's menu at the museum restaurant that cost more than $8.50. What are all the possible costs of the items on the children's menu? So I want you to take a second to think about that. Nothing costs more than $8.50. Hopefully, you're thinking to yourself, well, that means it could be $8.50. So I'm going to do a closed dot. And if it can't cost more, which way do we think we're going to graph? Am I going to graph to the left or am I going to graph to the right? So we have the children's menu. I use a C for that. And we're going to say that the children's cost is less than or equal to 850. And if you remember the trick that we talked about up top, you would know that my line should extend to the left and that it would need to have an arrow on the end. I hope example 2 helps. I think you guys are ready to move on to some practice on the next page.